Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Gold Digger Girl, back for another episode of #GetLit, where we crush your business in less than 10 minutes. And today for this episode, as you can see, I am totally mompreneur right now, but it's perfect timing for the topic we're going to talk about today. Because right now we are in quarantine when I'm recording this, and there are so many people messaging me that they are on the struggle bus. They are either not growing their business, they're getting frustrated, they're giving up, or they're feeling anxious, they're feeling nervous. They have people staying at their house, or they have kids all the time. And as someone who has never wanted to homeschool, I'm homeschooling both of them right now. Luckily they're little, so it's pretty manageable, but still, it's still time that has to be carved out of my day that I didn't have before. My husband's home right now. It's just crazy. So I want to talk to you about how to get things done, how to still move the needle, because plenty of people are doing well. Our business is growing, my team is growing. I'm talking to lots of other people. I have a student right now actually in Six Figure Breakthrough Business Academy that she is on track to go from $30,000 a month to $80,000 a month this month. She's gonna have a record-breaking month. So there are people having success for sure, but there are lots of you that are not. So if you're in the latter group, or you wanna learn how to get uber productive, I'm gonna teach you a trick that has worked for me since day one. I was able to take my business from $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, to I've had 2 six-figure months so far this year. That's income in my pocket, that's not just sales. So it's really, really crazy to think about how you can 10x your results when you get freaking focused, okay? So what the focus, that's what we're gonna talk about. So what I want you to do is I want you to identify between being effective and fake work, first off. So let's say you have some things that you're working on with a Facebook group. So let's say you wanna get the Facebook group up, right? You wanna get the cover done. You wanna put a description in, and you're like, okay, Kimberly, I'm so excited, my group is up, it's rocking and rolling. I'm like, that's great. So tell me how the group's going. How's the engagement? What are the numbers looking like? How's the content? Are you going live? And they're like, oh, well, no, I haven't done any of that yet, but I had to, I did all these other things. That's good, right? It's good, I'm glad. But that's actually not making you money, okay? So you need to do those things. Those things have to get done. But don't confuse fake work for, Oh, they're not fighting, are they? I was like, oh dear God, on camera they're gonna be fighting, probably. Don't confuse fake work for money-making activities, okay? A money-making activity is gonna be to share that group, get people into that group. That's how you're gonna make the money, okay? Another example is I had a girl who, we did a coaching call, and I use accountability program to keep track of people's progress. And we had our session, she had her whole list of things to do. Come back to the next session and she's like, okay, I have a question about this, I have a question about this, this, I did this. And I was like, great. And when we got off the call, of course I circled back, I was like, you know what? You actually are avoiding doing the stuff that's really gonna grow your business. These are the things that you need to do now that you've been putting off. What's going on with that? She's like, well, I'm really afraid. I'm afraid because I don't know what I'm gonna say, and I don't know, I'm just gonna look dumb. And so we were able to work on that and figure that out, but she was putting it off. The other thing is, let's say you are wanting a website. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna have a website, I'm gonna blog, or maybe I'm gonna create a free ebook, and I wanna have a landing page where people can put their name and email, which is not hard, by the way, put their name and email in, and now I could build an email list. That simple. I can create a valuable piece of content, or maybe a great video. People put their name and email in, and then I'm gonna go ahead and give them that piece of content. Do you know how many people I'll ask them, like, so how's that website coming along? They're like, oh, I'm not really sure how to do it. Guys, the first time I created a website, it took me a weekend to do it, and that was back in 2011. There were not tools like there are now, because you just have to focus. So what does this look like? If you've got some big tasks, like you need to launch a Facebook group, you want to start a podcast, you need a website, maybe you need to put some systems in place for your team, like an onboarding process. I have a 3 steps to launch automated onboarding processes in my programs that I teach people to do. Okay, so you're like, all right, I'm gonna get an onboarding system for my team, I'm gonna be awesome. You need to do the onboarding system for your team and be awesome. You don't want to go work on that podcast and then try to do the website, and then you're like, oh wait, I need to do some Facebook Lives, or oh, I'm gonna start YouTube. Madness, because then we get nothing done. And since we're kind of doing a little bit of everything, we feel like we're productive. Put it in the comment below if you're like, that's me. If you're doing stuff, but it's actually not making you money, or you have stuff on your list that just keeps sitting on your list, and you're like, can this please just be done already? The other thing you can do is if you're making any money in your business, I would invest it back. So if you're making money in your network marketing, coaching, whatever, and you were not making that money before you started, and you don't have to have that money to pay your mortgage and put food on the table, like maybe you're like, well, I'd like to use it for a vacation. No, necessities. So if you don't need it for necessities, I want you to invest it all back into a virtual assistant. I just said it. Because a virtual assistant can do the things that are not your zone of genius, the things that you don't want to do. They have those skill sets to be awesome at those things and you're not. And it's going to free up so much time so you can do the website. Or if you're like, I don't know how to do a website, no thanks, then you can have that virtual assistant, or you can contract that service out, pay somebody to do that, so you can focus on putting out great content, doing videos like this, connecting with your audience, heading to Messenger, and building real relationships. The things that you can't necessarily pay a virtual assistant to do. Okay, does that make sense? So what we're looking to do is to leverage your time. When I first started with Anna, she's my operations director. 2 years ago, we started together. And I had launched my first, I think boot camp or something, workshop. And I was just starting my network marketing. And I said, look, I need some help. I work full time. Would you be willing to just work 5 hours a week? You know, I just need some help getting people into Facebook groups and stuff like that. She's like, absolutely. So she started handling like getting the students in and just little things like that. And I started growing because I had her help, that I got to 6 figures within 90 days. I am 1000% positive I wouldn't have got to 6 figures in 90 days or potentially hitting $1 million this year without her. And now, of course, she's full-time and she's awesome. And we have a whole staff of virtual assistants that work with us. My point is that 5 hours was a big investment when I first started. It's the best money I ever spent. She's my work wife. I don't know what I would do without her, and you're gonna find your own work wife, okay? And they are gonna change your life because she's organized, she's efficient, she reminds me of things, she makes all the stuff work on the back end. I'm not good at that stuff. I'm good at being in front of a camera and inspiring, educating, teaching, motivating, and talking in Messenger to people. That's what I'm good at. So you find somebody who can do the things that you are not great at or don't want to do or just don't have the time to do, and then you're gonna watch your business completely grow. Okay, everybody's safe still? Can you guys see them back there? It's hilarious. So that's what I have for you today. I hope it's helpful, and we are working on a virtual assistant program where we're actually going to be able to teach virtual assistants how to actually be good, because a lot of them are not, unfortunately. And we're gonna have a vetting out process where they'll get like a seal of approval from us. Anna and I are gonna do that together. So stay posted, make sure you subscribe to this so you can get notified, because we'll obviously bring that to you guys here. Click the bell to get notified when I have new videos, and make sure you like this. And if you watch this video, take a screenshot, throw it in your stories, tag me, and I will shout you out as well. You can find me anywhere at The Goal Digger Girl. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. Bye-bye.